What's up, friends? Welcome back to another top 5 video from your friend Infrasound. Today I'm going to tell you what is, in my opinion, the top 5 worst levels in the Super Mario Bros. Series and New Super Mario Bros. Series and the 3D Mario Bros. Series. Mario was invented by a Japanese man in 1981 as the villain for the arcade classic Donkey Kong. Or maybe that was Donkey Kong 2. Did you know Donkey Kong was considered a legendary title in arcades in the 80s? But I digress. I'm getting off topic here. Mario Bros. Series has a lot of levels. In Super Mario World, there were 96 levels alone. That's a lot of levels. Even in the original Super Mario Bros., which I got on the double cartridge with Mario Bros. Plus Duck Hunt in 1991, it had levels 1-1 through 1-4. That's 4 levels per world, with 8 worlds. So with so many amazing levels, there's bound to be a few that are less than amazing, to put it lightly. Levels that are overly bland or feature annoying enemies, or levels that just plain suck. While Mario's a timeless series that stands the test of time and holds the title of becoming a timeless masterpiece, nobody's perfect, eh? Some levels are just the Luigi of the Mario Bros. Franchise. For number 5 on the list of the top 5 worst Mario Bros. Series levels, we have Tiny Huge Island from Mario Bros. 64. Tiny Huge Island appears on the surface to be a pretty alright level. There's a tiny and huge version of the same map. Just look at the little Goombas. Then you go through the pipe and they're bigger than Mario himself. Remember to do the hip drop on them to get a blue coin. The problems arise when you try to get most of the stars. The stars are as follows. Pluck the piranha flower, where you have to take out these enormous plumber-eating plants in order to complete your objective. Then there's Top of the Huge Island, where you have to climb the huge island. But the real problems begin when you try to get the 5 itty-bitty secrets. They're invisible. You walk all around, maybe one of these numbers comes up with a wah sound effect, and then you're like, oh, that must be one of the secrets. But then you run around for hours and hours and you can't find them. You can't find them. And your reward is just 1 star? It's ridiculous. At least this is Koopa Shell you can use to reach higher points in the island, but make sure you don't hit the Z trigger by accident or it's gone. Good luck getting Wiggler's red coins now. As for Wiggler himself, how are you supposed to know that you have to stand atop the small island, do a ground pound, then return to the top of the large island? The fight itself ain't that bad. He walks and jumps around like an idiot and you just have to land on him 3 times and bingo, you got your star. It isn't without its redeeming qualities, like getting to see Koopa the Quick added back into the mix. All in all, it's a terrible, awful level. Number 4 on the list is from a Game Boy title. Have you ever played Mario Land 2? It has some great levels, from the moon to the giant house to the entire level that takes place inside a turtle. The worst of all is Mario Land Stage 2 of Mario Land's Mario Land. Try saying that 3 times fast. It's got you traversing these strange spheres, more like balls, am I right? Hippos come out firing cannonballs and you can jump on them to get good air. There's one section where you can go down a pipe and come up multiple other pipes and get a power-up. That's great and all, but it's such a waste of time. Worst of all, when I was playing this level as a kid on a road trip, I ran out of batteries right before I got to the end. Imagine I haven't wasted all that time getting a stupid super mushroom. I might have beaten the level. Even worse, my mom wouldn't even buy me more Duracells, and I had to spend the day looking at stupid Niagara Falls. This level's just bad memories all around. That's why I rate this the number 1 4th worst level in the Mario Bros. Franchise. Number 3 is a bit of a departure from the previous 2. Have you heard of the Philips CDI? A little known fact, in exchange for helping develop the Nintendo 64, Nintendo allowed Philip to make 4 Nintendo games: Link the Faces of Evil, Zelda the Wand of Gamelon, Zelda, and Hotel Mario. Mario's Wacky Worlds was planned, where Mario would go to the pyramids, the jungles, the ice platforms, and all sorts of real-world locations, but it was cancelled early in development. Hotel Mario, on the other hand, is a disaster of biblical proportions. Instead of having to fight Bowser, Mario has to work at a hotel. Several enemies show up, such as Goombas, but they just aren't the same. Mario's job is to traverse all the floors of the hotel to close all the doors. Does the hotel have a draft or something? What a terrible idea. I can't believe Mario went from jumping on Wiggler to closing doors in a hotel. At least it had some amazing cutscenes, thanks to the CD Interactive's disc technology, which was new at the time. But closing doors just doesn't do it for me. Let's close the door on number 3 and get to the the second worst level in the history of the beloved Nintendo franchise. Number 2 is Lightning Lookout. It's awful, and I know what you're saying, technically Donkey Kong Country isn't a Mario game, but if you'll remember back to the start of the video, both Donkey Kong and Mario got their start in the same game, so I'd say it's a bit of a spin-off. In this game, you play as Dixie Kong and Baby Kong. This game has a lot of great levels and an amazing soundtrack composed by David Wise, but this level wasn't wise at all. You run through the jungle and bam, lightning strikes and you're dead. You play it again and there's bees everywhere and you're dodging back and forth trying to avoid the bees and the lightning kills you anyways. What an awful level. You can't even predict the lightning, leading to game over after game over after game over. I was ready to call it game over on my life after 30 minutes playing this terrible level. But I digress, I'm getting off topic. This level's just terrible no matter how you look at it. But it begs the question, what could be number 1? What could possibly be the worst level in Mario Brothers history? The worst level in the Mario Brothers series is 1-1 from none other than Super Mario Brothers. I bet you're wondering, how could I call this classic level of this classic game on the king classic of all video game consoles, the NES, the worst level ever? Well, just look at it. There's nothing interesting going on here. No Lakitu, no Bowser, no hidden power-ups like which you'd see in the first power-ups of later Mario games. It's just some Goombas, maybe a Koopa Troopa. In a way, that could be a good thing. There's a certain zen to just having a solidly built level you can play time and time again. But this isn't Whomp's Fortress from Mario 64 or Newegg Galaxy from Mario Galaxy. This is just 1-1, a prototype of better levels to come. 1-1 just, it isn't there yet. Not to mention it's so short. The secret pipe near the start lets you skip the entire level, but even without the secret, the casual player can beat this level in 60 seconds. I bet a speedrunner could do it in 25. Is that what stands for the best level ever? No, it's quite the opposite, I say. It's the worst level ever. That's it for the worst 5 levels in the iconic Super Mario Bros. Franchise. What are your top 5 most hated levels in this long-running Nintendo series? Let me know in the comments below. Peace!